Thursday Thunder.
Thursday Thunder.
Adrian,
Yes.
how's things?
Well, I'm tired and you're sick.
Well, I'm sort of sick. Yeah, I've had this respiratory cough for the last 2 weeks, which is really annoying.
Which is not COVID.
It's not COVID.
It's not
no,
COVID.
I had a doctor's visit. He seems to think it's some sort of RSV virus. Because I was sick about 3 weeks ago, remember, for a few days?
Yes,
and
I
then
do
it
remember
developed
that.
into this cough that just persists, and especially at night time when it's cold and everything.
Yeah.
But it's getting better really slowly, but it's just annoying.
No, it would be.
Yeah, so we've had a lot going on. A lot's going on.
A lot is going on.
We're
yes.
3 days away from the ICN South Australian Titles.
Sure are.
So obviously the last 2 days, Tuesday and Wednesday, we had competitor check-in. So we had 95 competitors, minus 11. So we had 84 competitors check in. And then there's 11 country competitors who are now checking in over the course of a few days. You've got a few of those. Are your
I
clients?
have one and she's flying in Friday night.
Yep.
So looking forward to that.
So have you got any other clients in the show or just the one?
No, just the one.
Just the one.
Which is good. I mean, it's easy to manage.
Yeah.
So I'm happy with that.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, the ICN South Australian Titles this weekend. We got a 2-show format. So we're running a men's show in the morning at 9 a.m. And an all-female show in the afternoon at 2 p.m. So, we moved the figure girls into the afternoon, and we'll just try this format for a while, Doesn't mean it's going to be in place all the time.
No, but I think it will work well.
I think it
will
works
work very well.
I think it works really well because now the men's fitness is in the morning show and they can do classic physique as well and things like that. And same with the figure now being in the afternoon, they can do, if they want to do angels or runway or...
You don't have to be there from, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m.
That's right.
Which is a long day.
Yeah. So, what are we in? Well, we went to Queensland last week.
We did. We flew out to Queensland for the ICN Queensland show.
Yeah. That was a big show.
That was a very big show. That was an incredible quality show.
Yeah.
It was a good show. It was a fun...
What people don't realise how big the Queensland show is, it's run over 2 days.
It really is.
And there's about just under 300 individual competitors, which works out to close on 1,000 stage appearances.
Yeah, I mean, me myself, I did 3 classes.
Yeah.
And
That's
that
right.
was...
Yeah. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
Yeah. So, it ends up being it's a big day, but it's just the quality of the competitors. And, every class is stacked.
Yep.
You're not going to just go into a class and hope that there's 2 or 3, No, there's going to be 10 to 15 of you.
Yeah, I mean, in my 3 classes, I had 7 and then 9 in the open and the over 77.
Yeah, so 9 and 9. So
Very,
and you got a podium finish in each one?
Yeah, I got a second place in the over 30s, which was a really good showing. I really enjoyed that. The
Come on.
gentleman who won that one went on to win the overall.
Yep.
Caden. He looked incredible on the day, and he swept most of his classes anyway. In the over 77 and open, I placed 5th out of 9. So
that's right.
Still a podium finish, top 5, and that obviously gave me a qualification for the Nationals.
Yep.
I'm hoping to look even better at the ICN SA show this coming week, but mentally it's been very, very challenging.
Yeah.
Going from peak week to show to a peak week, and it's been a very, very hard mental, physical challenge. But overall, I'm happy with how I showed in Queensland, and I showed that I can actually stand with some of the bigger guys in the country.
Yeah, look, and in all honesty, you could have easily been up a couple of placings in the other divisions because the top 5 were very, very good and very close, especially the winner might have been clear, but I think anywhere from 2nd to 5th, any of those placings could have been around anywhere, So just the quality, they were big guys. Yeah,
some very big guys, very conditioned guys. A lot of extenuating circumstances that I thought I could control a bit better, but unfortunately I could not.
Yep.
But no, above all, it was a great.
Well, you
show.
learned from that, so you got this weekend, and
Yes.
obviously now you learned from that, and yeah, you should be able to control those things.
Yes,
better.
yep, and it's definitely being put into action.
Yep,
which is great.
Excellent. Looking forward to it. Now, you got a funny story, like when we flew out on Friday morning, Adelaide Airport, which I didn't know they put this in place since I was last. They have one of those full body scanners now.
Yep, yeah, they
so
do.
you have to stand there, and it does an X-ray of your body, obviously, and it'll highlight some things. Like I got patted down because on the X-ray it highlighted a red on my shoulder, something in my shoulder, which I got no metal shoulders or anything, and also I think on my hip. So that he patted me down.
Yeah.
And then you followed me, and well, you'd say what happened there?
Well, I had a couple. I was obviously wearing super thick socks because my feet were so sore. So I had my feet highlighted, but also my hip. And when I got patted down on my feet, yeah, you're all good there. But as the gentleman in question got to my hip, he was rubbing against my hip. He goes, "What's this hard spot here?
Yeah.
Is this a holster? Do you have a weapon?" I'm like, no, that's my hip bone. So
I started pissing myself laughing.
And he looks at me and goes, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "Well, I've got no body fat." And he's like, "This is weird. This is very strange." So it gave me a little bit of like an ego boost. Like, okay, I'm definitely coming in lean because this guy thinks I've got a holster on my hip when it's literally my pelvic bone. So that was a fantastic little start of the day.
Yeah, I thought that was hilarious.
That was great. So I'm like,
and he
cool.
was all serious. What's this here?
Yeah.
And I like the way you were just so nonchalant. You're going, "That's my hip bone."
Yeah. like I'm severely malnourished.
Yeah.
Or something. Definitely not. Yeah, no, I'm severely malnourished.
And then what did he say? That's strange.
Yeah, that's very unusual.
Yeah.
I'm like, yes, it is. Yes, it is, sir. But no, we got through security with no issues. Just a great story at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But no, that was great. It was fun. We got to Queensland pretty easily. Got our car, got our Airbnb, and just relaxed.
Yeah.
So that was good. Yeah, it was a great couple of days.
The weather in Queensland, how good is the weather?
Oh my God, 26, 27 degrees. We're walking around the Kangaroo Point before getting on the plane back to Adelaide, and we land, and it's been shit house. So no, it made me really go like, oh yeah, I could get used to this weather.
I must admit, like you wake up in the morning at 6 a.m. and the sun's out.
Yep.
It's 19 degrees. Yeah.
Frogs going all night.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is very weird because like you pointed out, we don't have that back in Adelaide.
That's right.
Yeah, it was great. And we're probably off there. We're off there back to Queensland next week anyway.
Yes.
For the ICN Nationals.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to the pro show Saturday night.
Yeah.
It's been a few years since ICN has had a pro show. So that'll be really, really good to see.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Should be good.
Excellent.
Okay.
All right. So what's happening in Shop Talk? We got a few new products, and we mentioned them last time.
Yeah, we've got a fair few new products here, actually.
The core range, we've got that now.
Yep.
So basically, if we start from the top, we've got the Core Fury.
Yes, okay.
Which is the pre-workout.
Yeah, Core
Comes
Fury.
in 4 flavours. So there's Australian raspberry chews, green apple candy, lemon lime sherbet. That's a traditional 40 or 20 scoop serve.
Yeah, and
it's $79.95.
Haven't had the chance to use this yet, but Ari did actually.
Ari's used it. I haven't used it.
Yeah, Ari actually tried it just sitting down at the shop.
Yeah,
he's like, oh, it's supposed to be like red skin, but Australian raspberry chews.
Yeah,
so there's that. I haven't had a chance to use this yet, but yeah, 250 milligrams of caffeine. Got a full spectrum citrulline, beta-alanine, betaine, creatine in there as well. So it does have. It is a.
But it's got the other stims in there to add up.
Yeah, I mean, you got cytocholine, you got the S7, the antioxidant blend, you got the Zoom XR caffeine, which is your time-release caffeine.
That's right.
And then you got Hupiersia serrata, which is your nootropic in there. And so, above all, it is a great little pre-workout and full spectrum, great price too, $79.95. So it's a bit more pricier, but there are those high-quality ingredients.
Yeah, and a lot of the pre-workouts are now starting to move into that $74.95, $79.95. So that's nothing really out of we've got a few now, and I think generally most new pre-workouts are starting to move up into that price. So, proteins have been going up, and I think pre-workouts will follow the suit.
Of course. We'll have to go do a full AM review on all the cool...
Ari
cool
said he's going
products.
to then, once your comps are finished, we'll film proper full reviews.
We'll do a good couple of hours.
All right. Next up is the core pump, which is basically the same formula minus the stims.
Yes, that's you do it, but you've also got your Peak O2 added in here as well, which is your cordyceps blend, as well as some glycerol powder and some alpha GPC. So again, L-citrulline, beta-alanine, betaine nitrate, Peak O2, Hydromax.
So a good blend of nootropics.
Yeah, and this again is your 1 or 2 scoop. Again, $79.95, and this flavor is Black Lightning, which apparently is blackberry and lemon.
It also comes in a Tropical Thunder and a watermelon lemonade. Also, 40 and 20 serves, also $79.95.
Good little stack there as well at 1 and 1 if you want to go for that.
Well, definitely, you wouldn't use 2 scoops of the Fury. You'd go 1 and 1.
Yep.
Because the Fury's got basically some of the pump blend anyway.
Yeah, you're going to have
so you'd get a good serve of everything then.
Very much so.
Then also in that, they've got the Core Burn, which is a stimulant-based fat burner.
Yep.
So it's your fat burner with your caffeine. Quick rundown.
All right, so we're going down the list. We've got your N-acetyl L-carnitine. You've got KSM 66, which is your ashwagandha. You have Garcinia cambogia, green coffee bean extract, cacao extract with theobromine, caffeine anhydrous at 150 milligram per 1 scoop. But then you've got your Bacopa minieri, Zoom XR.
Time-release caffeine as well.
Yep. That's a new one. Fucoxanthin, which you've heard before, and saffron extract, which has been used in a lot of pre-workout fat burners now because saffron's supposed to help stimulate AMP-K, which is an AMP kinase, which helps brown and white fat cells, or other way around. But this essentially just helps with the body's liberation of fat stores.
Yep.
And this,
That one is 50 serves, $79.95, comes in a pineapple colada and an orange mango. And then we've got the Core Shred, which is then, again, that's a...
this is your kit.
You go on to the Corsia.
Oh, Corsia.
Yeah, so we'll do that.
Core Shred.
So Core Shred is your non-stimulant based. So you've got your Core Burn, which is stimulant based, and your Core Shred is then your non-stimulant based.
The Core Shred, though, does contain a little different ingredients. It does contain your lean GBB, your grains of paradise, and capsiastra, which is essentially a capsaicin extract.
That should give you a nice sweat.
It'll definitely, and being as it's got that capsaicin in there, you will taste a little bit of the chili extract.
Yeah.
So this will definitely be there for more of your, it's going to heat you up more than anything.
That's right.
Honestly, again, I think it's one of those things that it can be stacked with burn.
Yeah.
Which will give you a really good, burn shred.
And your Corsia
yes.
is a non-stimulant based fat burner in capsules.
Yeah, and when you go down the list on here, it does have, again, a little bit extra different ingredients to your shred or your burn. I've never actually heard of most of these ingredients. You do have a prop blend to begin with, but then you got mitoburn, which is aminobutyric acid, Coleus foscoli, which is foscolin, and grains of paradise. So again, a really good...
Does it have the lean GBB?
It does not have lean GBB.
Okay. Yep.
No.
Interesting.
Yes.
So that one's 28 serves, $79.95. Going back to the Core Shred, that comes in 2 flavors, pineapple, strawberry, and tropical heat. So, yeah. So that's the core range. Hopefully they'll bring in the aminos.
Yeah.
So there's a new distributor for it in Australia, so that's why we've got it now. Before there used to be an exclusive distributorship for it, but now it's available to everyone. So I hope the aminos come in as well. Also, we have got in stock new pre-workout Raise pre-workout.
Yeah.
Lots of flavours. So we got a Baja Lime, a Frankensour, Galaxy Burst, Rainbow, South Beach, and Strawberry Lemonade.
So you have to take a wild guess at what most of those stuff is, really.
Well, yeah. What Frankensour, that would be like a gummy, like sour.
Yeah, like sour gummy bear.
Yeah, sour gummy bear.
Or something.
I have tried the South Beach flavour.
Yep.
And it's it was like a really mild lemon.
Yeah, it would be definitely more like a cocktail margarita sort of.
Yeah. So it had that little bit of a lemon, but it wasn't tangy or anything or strong, but it was just a nice flavour. The product itself is a pretty standard pre-workout. You're looking at 300 milligrams of caffeine.
Yep.
You've got a pump blend. You've got a hydration blend. You've got your energy and focus blend.
Yeah, I mean, the only downside I can see with Raise is a prop blend.
Yeah, it's a prop blend. So everything's a prop blend, but it does then say here that contains caffeine of 300 milligrams per serve.
Yeah, so you can take a rough estimation of how much is in the energy complex anyway.
That's right.
And
so it's a 30 serve. It's not a 1 or 2 scoop. So your 1 scoop will give you the 300 milligrams of caffeine. That's your full serve.
Yeah.
There's 30 serves in there for $69.95. It's a good value pre-workout. And like I said, I used it. I thought it was good.
Yeah. I used it. I thought it was good.
And
too.
in the end, they're all good now.
And
they all have got the same ingredients. I always get it's funny, I get some little companies say, we've got this new range of product, unique ingredients. And I'm going, no, you don't. You've got exactly the same ingredients as everyone else. Yep. Because basically that's all you can use.
Yes. Yeah. Unless you're going out there into the middle of the jungle and trying to find your own plant extracts, which I would really love to see from a company. It's like we've got a designated procurement team where we send out to them jungles of, the Amazon, trialing random herbs and hoping for the best.
That's right.
We've lost
I'm
three.
sure there is,
We've lost 3 men.
But it is, but nobody's, obviously there is nothing really out there yet. Or one that they've been able to get permission to use or something, because you think they would come out.
I think that's the issue. It's the permission to use it.
That's right.
But they probably the supplement industry is probably sitting on thousands of plant extracts that we don't even know.
Exactly right.
They just don't have human trials on it yet. It's like, we had Ralph try it and he ran for 3 weeks, but then he had gangrene. So it's not really worth it. So we'll have to wait for that one to become FDA approved.
That's right.
But hey, yeah.
All right, that's about it. Next week, we'll tell you all about the ICN.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so don't forget, ICN 9 a.m. on Sunday is the men's show, all-male show. 2 p.m. is the all-female show. The men's show is going to go through till about 12:30, 12:45. Yep. We'll have about an hour and a half lunch break. And then we've got the afternoon show, and evening show. That'll go to about 7:30. Yes. So, big day.
Yeah, very big day. Now, I did actually receive a question.
Oh, did you? Oh,
yes.
Right. Okay.
So, Paris Paracella, one of our members, he asks, how do I maintain my strength through a cut?
Oh.
So, it's actually a good question, because a lot of people assume and they make the assumption that the minute they start a diet or go into a deficit, that their strength is going to drop almost immediately.
What I was going to say straight away is that your strength shouldn't drop.
No.
Now, if you are doing a drastic cut, meaning that you're dropping weight fast and a lot, well, then you might have a drop in strength.
Yes.
But if you're doing a slow cut, I don't think you should lose weight.
No.
And you should keep your training the same as to try and build strength.
Yeah, and especially if you do have a lot of excess body fat, your body is going to have that energy there.
Yeah.
So you can afford to, not eat as much, and because you're going to have so much adipose tissue, i.e. fat, that can be used as an energy source, and that's what's going to be used as an energy source when you've been in a deficit for a long period of time. The way you maintain your strength through a cut or through a deficit is to, like you said before, train to the intensity that you're always at. Don't take on the mindset of, okay, I'm not eating as much, therefore I don't have as much energy, therefore I cannot lift as hard as I can.
The other thing people make the mistake is that they think because I'm doing a cut, I have to change my training to lighter weights and higher reps or something. No, your weight training should stay the same all the time. You should be aiming for progressive overload, trying to get stronger, and whether you're cutting or bulking.
The hardest point for me in my eyes is getting over that mindset, that hurdle of saying, I don't have the energy. It's like, yes, you might not have the energy physically, but mentally your body you're still got to be able to, you're not going to lose muscle in a week.
No.
If you can deadlift 200 kilos 1 week and then you try it in a week's time, you try it again and you can't do it, more than likely you've psyched yourself out.
That's right.
Try it again. Just remember, keep track of your weights. know that your body will not lose muscle in a week. Like where I am at the moment, being, I don't know, sub 5% body fat, give or take, I am substantially weaker.
Yeah.
And I know that for a fact. That's because I don't have a lot of excess energy in the terms of fat. I don't get enough energy through food because I'm on such low calories at the moment, about 1,800 actually. And my output is so unbelievably high with my step count. I am definitely a lot weaker than I should be in my off season.
Yep.
But I know for a fact that once I start eating more, once I start having energy, like when I trained after we had that meal, I was rolling 5 plates aside.
That's right.
And that was like the day after because I had like an abundance of calories in my system. So my strength was still there, but it wasn't the excesses that it should be if I was 90 kilos, being 70 something kilos at the moment. But Paris, to answer your question, just keep track of what you're doing, train hard, lift to what you did each week, and just apply those progressive overload, and you will not lose strength.
Yeah, I think that secret is to keep training as you were before.
Yes.
Weight training is for building muscle.
Yep.
You want to then lose body fat, you go into a slight calorie deficit, and you do that by either reducing food or increasing output by doing cardio in some form, or even just increasing your movement during the day.
Yeah.
Like setting a step count.
Yep.
You know? So just meaning that you stay mobile, not sitting down all the time.
Yep.
Get up every now and then, go do a walk, do some laps, just outside the car park, and keep that step count up, and that's going to help you put yourself into a deficit.
Yeah.
But always maintain that every time you go into the weights room, you're there to build muscle and get stronger.
Yeah.
Don't change it.
Yep. And there's little tricks you can do to keep your step count up or keep your activity up. One thing I like to do is when I go shopping, I park at the furthest part away and walk back. If I have to bring the bins down from the driveway, I'll do it in separate. Like yesterday when I brought the bins in from the shop, I'm like, okay, well I need to do 3 trips because I'm gonna go up, back, back. And it's just the way. And also keep yourself busy around the house. If you know you have to do the vacuuming, do that. If you know you have to do the lawns, try doing that.
Yeah.
Find anything you can to keep your mind active and don't let yourself sit down and get into a rut.
Yep. Easy done.
Yes.
That's it. Thanks, guys. Thanks for tuning. As per normal, this episode is brought to you by Australian Muscle and Australian Muscle the Gym and Australian Muscle Online.
With that free Australia-wide delivery.
Still got our free Australia-wide delivery. So thanks, everyone, for your support.
Yep.
And that's it. We'll catch you next week and we'll give you a rundown on the ICN South Australia.
Yes.
Thanks, guys. See you next week.
Ta-ta.
Bye.